Thank you for joining us today on 9 News at Noon. I'm Erica Lopez. We start with breaking news out of Fort Collins. Police arrested a teacher for sexual assault of a child. Fort Collins police have released his photo, asking any more victims to come forward. Evan King is facing multiple sexual assault charges. He worked as a teacher and assistant track coach at Lincoln Middle School for 9 years. In April, Poudre School District staff reported him to police, citing accusations that he inappropriately touched students. Detectives are concerned there may be more victims or witnesses. Anyone who believes they are a victim or have additional information related to this type of behavior are asked to please contact Detective Justin Butler at 970-221-6340, or you can call Larimer County Crime Stoppers at 970-221-6868. An elderly man from Englewood will spend the rest of his life in prison for killing his wife and daughter with an axe. Reginald McLaren got 2 life sentences for the murder of Bethany and Ruth McLaren. Those will be served consecutively. He killed his wife and daughter in March of 2023. Originally, he told Englewood police he planned to kill them to prevent the family from becoming homeless after he lost his job. But evidence showed the family did have money. McLaren is 83 years old. New details this noon surrounding a deadly hit and run in Lakewood. Witnesses told police a man driving a silver or gold car hit a man near 14th Avenue and Carr Street just before midnight. This is close to the Walmart at Colfax and Wadsworth. This is video from that area from Sky 9 earlier this morning. Lakewood police say they're still looking for the driver that took off. Police identified the man who died as Donald Jones. Anyone with any information about this crash is asked to call Lakewood Police. Right now, we want to take a live look outside across the state, and we are just seeing lots of blue sky from the mountains to the metro. But we know things are going to keep heating up across our area, with some areas getting close to 100 degrees today. Joining me now to break it all down, meteorologist Corey Rappenhagen. We've been talking about those 101s coming to us this weekend, but today we're in for some heat as well.
Yeah, I mean, some people may argue that the heat wave's already starting. You know, yesterday was pretty hot. We'll be in the 90s, low 90s again today. So if you take the heat wave as just a bunch of 90s, we could be looking at, yeah, it's here. We could be 8 more days of in the 90s. But we are kind of focused on the upper 90s and the hundreds, because that's where things get a little bit more unusual for us. In fact, the National Weather Service says that they have been more aggressive with heat advisories because the CDC data says that there have been more heat exhaustion cases in Colorado over the last 10 years than there ever has been. So that's one of the focuses that we have. It's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of us, but some of us could be looking at some very unhealthy situations as this heat builds. Clear skies, like we said, out here above the city of Denver right now. Temperatures already getting up there into the middle 80s, 86 degrees right now at the 9 News studio in South downtown Mile High City. Here is the temperature forecast as we go through the day here. Probably we might see a little spike here in between 2 and 4, at least out at Denver International Airport up there in the 92, 93 range. That's why we have the forecast for today in the low 90s here across the Front Range. Eastern Plains looking pretty similar there. Salvation is in the mountains here. We'll be looking at some cooler temperatures, and that's where we'll be focused on some relief. I'll talk about some more of that in the forecast.
All right, Corey, thank you so much. Colorado lawmakers are demanding VA leadership address concerns about patient care at the VA hospital in Aurora. Democratic Senators Michael Bennett and John Hickenlooper and Congressman Jason Crow sent a letter to them this week. It's in response to recent reports from the Inspector General that found multiple failures in leadership. One found staffing shortages led to a more than year-long pause on heart surgeries. A separate investigation found leadership at the VA Eastern Colorado healthcare system created a, quote, culture of fear that compromised patient safety. Now, none of the administrators mentioned in that report are still with the healthcare system. The lawmakers are asking for a response by next month. Improvements could be coming to the ballpark neighborhood around Coors Field in downtown Denver. City Council members approved an ordinance this week to create a general improvement district. If voters approve it in November, there would be a new tax for property owners and renters in that area. The district would focus on funding big projects. Supporters say it will clean up around Coors Field as well as boost safety there. And if approved, that mill levy or the tax increase would start in 2026. Tuesday, Colorado Democratic Senator Michael Bennett went on CNN saying he does not think President Biden can win re-election against former President Trump, making him the first Democratic senator to publicly turn on Biden.
Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide and take with him the Senate and the House. So for me, this isn't a question about polling. It's not a question about politics. It's a moral question about the future of our country.
His comments underscore a growing concern among Democrats that Biden's re-election bid could hurt the party in down-ballot races this fall. However, Senator Bennett did not call for President Biden to withdraw. Teen scientists are digging up history at City Park. They're excavating and unearthing artifacts with the help of archaeologists from the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us from City Park with more on the 7-week program.
We're here in City Park, just south of the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, in the meadow here where they're excavating the park. I'm joined with archaeologist and research scientist Erin Baxter. Hi, Erin. How are you doing?
Hi, Courtney. Good, thanks.
Thank you for being here today. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing here at City Park.
Yeah, we're excavating here in the South Meadow to sort of tell part of the park's history from all different groups of people from Denver and beyond, and prehistoric and historic folks, and what they were doing here and learning about what they left behind.
And we've got students doing this. Teenagers are doing the excavating work.
We do. We have rising juniors and seniors from around the Denver metro area who are here on a Teen Science Scholar program, which is a 7-week paid internship here at the museum.
And you guys are learning a lot about the history of City Park. What are some of the things you are interested in digging up here?
We don't know, but we know that this was habitated by hundreds of thousands of Denverites, famous ones and not famous ones and visitors. Mamie Eisenhower grew up over there, Amelia Earhart landed, the suffragettes marched, the American Indian movement was here, and all of those stories are documented, but we want to tell the stories that aren't documented and augment that history with science.
What artifacts have you guys already found? Because you have found some things.
We found some sort of historic stuff from the last 120 years, which is expected, sort of like nails and evidence of picnics and things like that. But we've also found some prehistoric flakes, which is the first evidence of indigenous occupation here from maybe multiple thousands of years ago. We don't know quite yet.
That's really cool. So these teen scholars get the opportunity to do this. How can other high school students also apply to get into this program?
Yeah, just look online at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science's website, probably in early spring, maybe starting in January.
All right, and they can apply right there. Thank you so much, Erin.
Thank you very much.
In Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.